Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Chosen Live number 49. Chosen Lives are back. And, well, I mean, I've not gone anywhere, but Chosen Lives are very old school. I got a bit of feedback from everyone. Everyone was kind of asking for these. So here they are. Sorry I'm a little bit late, as per normal. I just got back in from work, finishing off some grub. But, you know, I had this scheduled for, I think, Saturday just gone. And, you know, some things came up that basically prevented me from doing this. But I'm here now. We're here to rock and roll. And the subject matter of this live stream is why The Walking Dead needs to end. Walking Dead really needs to end. Like, it really needs to end. But before I even get into the subject matter, AR, my bro, how are you? Moises, what's up, dude? Chosen Vaderona, what's up? Lisa, how are you? And hashtag end the dead. You know that thing from Halloween Kills where they're like, evil dies tonight. You know, imagine that, but for The Walking Dead, and it's end the dead. Yes, it's time. It's just simply time. So to give everyone a bit of context as to hey Strike, how are you, bro? To give everyone a bit of context to my journey with The Walking Dead. I hadn't been watching the show since it first aired because a zombie show just didn't really appeal to me. Sup, King? A zombie show didn't really appeal to me at the time. Everything that I'd seen at that point was either Shaun of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead or 28 Days Later, and it didn't really vibe with me. But Walking Dead did, but I never got on it until around season 4. So spoiler warning, if you've not caught up on The Walking Dead, I'm going to be talking shop of everything. I got into Walking Dead around season 4. When I saw a promo image of the governor attacking the prison, and I was like, "Oh, this guy with like an eye patch and a tank attacking the prison for the with zombies everywhere. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll give that a shot." So I checked it out. I saw some clips. I was like, you know what? Okay, this is pretty legit. And a few years or a year or so before that, I was like, oh, the so-and-so, oh, T-Dog, and obviously once I caught up on the show, I knew why people were upset about it. Once yo, Jacob, my guy, I got back from work, had a 2 till 10 shift. I'm glad I'm catching your stream right now, brother. Well, that's the beauty of me doing these Chosen Lives, man, is I hope to do more of these so that way everyone gets a chance to, you know, interact with me in the stream space. And it's good to see you guys as well. And, you know, AR, man, you keep putting in that work, brother. You keep putting in that work, son. But I remember like hearing a lot of stuff about Walking Dead, but I never really got on it until that moment. And then I went on a binge. I binged season 1, 2, like that in record time. And Shane was undoubtedly my favorite character, and Daryl. Like them two were just it was neck and neck between Shane and Daryl. I mean, obviously Daryl, as of right now, I mean, fucking Jesus Christ, I don't know what the hell they're done with Daryl nowadays. But in season 1 and 2, Shane and Daryl, it was them two. It was like, whoa. I mean, Rick was cool, but Rick wasn't. He was an evolutionary character, if you know what I mean. Like, as great as he was, he would evolve and he would become number one as time progressed. But in that current moment, Shane and Daryl were neck and neck. Right, that one's but it's already dead in the wrong way. I agree, Brown. I hope you're doing well, Brown. Hawk Screech. I need to get a video so I can play that just like literally at this moment because all I've got now, all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, right, and it was neck and neck between, you know, Shane and Daryl for the first 2 seasons. Then Shane died. Begrudgingly, I wouldn't have killed him, but it served the story. You know, one can't argue the story beats and the nuance that it gave the story, where if Rick can kill his brother, he can kill everyone. Like, he can kill everyone. And then Rick became my favorite character because Rick was like, hey, you know, this isn't a democracy anymore. I was like, oh, shit. Go on, Rick. Hell yeah. And that's where that went on. And then I caught up eventually. I got up to date, I think, by probably season 4, episode 8, just before the mid-season finale hit for when the governor attacked the prison. So I caught up just in time. And I remember being so in tune with Walking Dead, I would literally try and watch it early. Like, you know, yo ho, if you know what I mean. I would literally try so many different avenues and ways to watch it early because I was so excited to watch each episode. I was so invested in the characters. I was so invested in the story. I was like, wow, this is cool, you know? And the characters had moments of stupidness, but it wasn't like now where the zombies aren't even a fucking threat anymore. The only reason a zombie is a threat now is because a human's stupid 11 seasons into the show. That makes no sense. But more on that later. But as my journey progressed, I really started becoming obsessed with this show. All things Walking Dead, you know, I started really liking the story detail, where they were taking the characters. And Andrew Lincoln, I mean, my brother RJ said it best. He's like the Toby Maguire of TV. Like, this dude is, how Andrew Lincoln has not got the respect that he deserved. Thus, like, until now, like, it's beyond me. His acting is amazing, amazing. And I started to get versed in the comics. I started to get versed in, like, you know, what comic deaths, like the Holly death or Glenn's death in the comics, the Pike deaths. So when certain things were teased in the show, like Glenn's death, which was heavily foreshadowed, I was like, yeah, they're going to beat his head open. They're going to smash his head in. And then season 6, right, ended on that cliffhanger that, dare I say, pissed everyone off, is when, you know, Negan's like, you are it. Anybody moves, anybody says anything, you know, cut the boy's other eye out and feed it to his father, and then we'll start. You can breathe. You can blink. You can cry. Hell, you're all going to be doing that. Boom! And then taking it like a champ, and then end credits. I said, how dare you? How dare you end it there? And the struggle of waiting that amount of time, right, to find out who it was. And also, ladies and gentlemen, for super chats, once I finish my, you know, verbal thing, I'll get to your super chat and I'll spend more time dissecting it. But Moises, I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will read you. English. I will read your super chat once I've got through my point. Have a great night, Brown. You take care. Get some rest. It's probably midnight where you are. Everyone raise a toast to Brown and raise a toast to Moises. I'll read your super chat soon, bro. Or gal. But essentially, I remember being so in tune with the show that I was like, oh, I was picking up on these little things. It was so good. And then that finale hit. I was like, how dare you, AMC? How dare you do that? And then season 7's premiere was without a doubt one of the best episodes of any television, of anything I've ever seen. Season 7, episode 1 was so good. The feeling, like the gut feeling in my stomach watching that episode, I felt sick. And it wasn't sick like, you know, it was just like, oh, I felt uneasy. Like, I feel scared for the characters. Who's going to make it out of this? And I theorized long that it was Abraham. I felt like Abraham was the one that was going to go. As soon as he said taking it like a champ, and when Negan was circling people, Abraham was the only one who did this. Eye to eye. Didn't back down at all. So I was like, yeah, it's probably going to be Abraham. But I still expected Glenn to get the hit. I know everyone was like shocked about it. I really wasn't. I knew they were going to do it. It was just a case of how they were going to do it. And I just remember the episode playing out, and I just love the soundtrack and the moment when Rick's on top of the RV and he breaks down, and, you know, he's seeing all these images of the journeys of where all the characters have come from, you know, to where they are now. And I think the show really lost a lot in killing Abraham and Glenn. Glenn was the heart, and Abraham was like, you know, Negan's filled that void, but Abraham was the quippy one-liner guy where he'd be surrounded by 10 zombies and he would just go, mother dick. You know, he would find a way to make it enjoyable, where it'd be like, man, I'm actually not nervous because Abraham's got this in the bag. He can just go, what, chunk, you know, and find a way to get out of it. And he had these one-liners like bitch nuts or what the bitch, you know. And shout out to Michael Cudlitz, great actor there. And Stephen Yeun played Glenn. Brilliant stuff. But we get to season 7, episode 2, and this is where the train started to leave the station for me. Is after this point, every episode became a literal chore to get through. There were some episodes that were fantastic still, like the season 7, episode 16, solid. Then you had the episode where, you know, Spencer done his betrayal, like earlier on in season 7. Then there were moments in season 8 that were pretty good, when, you know, all that stuff was happening. But All Out War was dragged on way too long. It should have been done within a season. And I think the problem is, and this is something that I've touched upon before, is the longer you do something, the less it doesn't matter if you're going off the comic material or whatever. Hey, Tristan, it doesn't matter if you're going off the comic material or whatever. Essentially, there is a finite time that you have to do these things because it doesn't always translate to screen. And in a screen, when you get to season 11 of The Walking Dead, it's hard to make villains stand out again or stack up against villains before. You need to know when to end it. And this show has not done that. It's absolutely milked it dry. Now, what season would you have ended Walking Dead then? Season 5. Oh, AR, in my opinion, season 5 was actually one of the best. I really love season 5. I would have personally ended it a season ago. Like, after the Whisperer stuff, I would have just ended it there. But they've had to go and do all this malarkey. And they split it into 24 freaking episodes. Like, sometimes less is more. As I said, I remember being so excited to watch The Walking Dead. I'm not excited anymore. It's a chore. Hell, I haven't seen the last 2 episodes because I don't care. I just don't care. If it ain't Negan, I don't care. Literally, Negan saved this show. Negan has been carrying this show on his back for seasons. Ever since Rick left, he's been carrying it. I don't know what the hell they've done to Daryl. Like, Daryl, for me, like, what happened? Did your balls drop off? Like, when you look at season 1 Daryl to now, it doesn't feel like the same character. And you guys know me. I'm a big believer in character evolution and character arc, but it doesn't feel like Daryl's evolved. It feels like Daryl's had his balls snipped off. Like, it doesn't feel like the same Daryl that, in season 4, you were scared if we don't want him to get killed or hurt. Now I couldn't give a frog's fat ass because they made Daryl basically the babysitter. He's a glorified babysitter with a crossbow. That is literally what Daryl is now. And for me, another problem was killing Carl. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you killing Carl off? Are you actually stupid? What's wrong with you? That's like Justice League introducing Kid Flash, right, to set him up for Young Justice, and then they go and kill him off, literally a second later, before Young Justice is even aired. Like, what? It's just dumb decisions like that. And it was sad, don't get me wrong. The performances by Denai Guerrera, I think I probably butchered that, Andrew Lincoln and Chandler Riggs were amazing in that episode, and it was sad and it was heartfelt. But it was like, you did it for no other reason, right, than just to surprise the audience. You took out the next generation of this show for shock value. You killed Carl for literally no reason at all. And, it's to bring Negan and Rick together. But if you know anything about The Walking Dead, when Rick lost Laurie, this dude got a pickaxe or whatever, went into the prison and started destroying, right? He started destroying every zombie in his path. I don't believe that Rick would have let Negan live if Carl died. That's his son. No. Even if Carl wrote a letter, I don't believe it. They're telling us this, and I don't believe them. Of course, though, there is that great line, my mercy prevails over my wrath. Cool. But you didn't have to kill Carl to get to that line. You could have kept the geezer alive, It felt like they'd done it for no other reason than to surprise people. And this is a problem that The Walking Dead has. Stop killing off the younger generations. Please stop it. Because now, we're at a space where there's no young characters that we give a frog's fat ass about other than Judith. Like, Herschel's cool because of Glenn, and Gracie is, of savior origin, and she's Aaron's kid now and all that. But, that's a good point, Army Men Life. That leads me into my next point. Let me take a quick sip. That's what happens when you're talking a lot. Nervous drinking. But these spin-offs that they've announced, I just don't care. I really don't care. I am so disillusioned with this show. I just want it to end. I don't even want the Rick Grimes movies. I really don't. Like, I'll watch them for Andrew, but in my opinion, you just bring Rick back to the show and end it. You don't need movies. What are you going to do the movies on? Are you going to cure the virus? Or is it just going to be 3 movies that are 2 hours long each of the same BS that we've been having for the last 2-3 seasons? Where it's like watching paint dry. Hell, the last episode of Walking Dead I watched, right, which was, I think, episode 11 or something, there was one moment of zombies in the episode. One moment. And it's where characters are being stupid. 11 seasons into the show, we should not have characters being stupid around zombies. That's stupid. We've done that before. That's a season 4 story arc. It's not a season 11 story arc. The characters are milked dry so much. This ain't Walking Dead anymore. Do you know what this is? I'll tell you what it is. It's literally House with zombies. It's House with zombies. This show, for me, should have ended a long time ago, because the way that they've just been milking the udders, up to this point, it's like, why? And then on that subject matter, one of the spin-offs, a Maggie and Negan show, they're going to end up probably getting it on. I know we don't know that, but why is it specifically around them? Why is Maggie going with the person that she tried to get killed, and then Negan tried to get her killed? Like, what are we doing? What is this? Have they got a special mission or assignment? Yeah, maybe. But why is it specifically them two? Why wouldn't Maggie go with Daryl? It's milking it dry. That's what it is. It's sorry, yeah. And the thing is, I know people will pass it as woke stuff. It's not even that. It's just stretching the story. It doesn't matter if the characters are male or female. They're just stretching the story so far that it's like, can you please just end it? Please. And I don't say this to be an old fart or, because in my opinion, we live in a world now where we can't enjoy things anymore. People just want to get a bowl of shit, enjoy it, and then get, please, sir, can I have some more? Another bowl of shit. They just want more. And we're in the era now where we're getting 20 of this, 10 of that, 5 of those. It's too much. It's oversaturation. And think about it. That's a lot of hours, right? I might do a Chosen Life talking about that as well. That's a lot of hours sat on your ass watching TV. I don't want to be doing that all the time. Like, I got a life. You people have lives. Like, I'd rather be making it, Of course, I want to sit there and watch stuff and be invested and whatever else. And hell, I rewatch Cobra Kai on a regular, but, and that's actually good. But, you get to a point where it's like, man, they go and release like 3 or 4 spin-offs. It's like 3 or 4 spin-offs? They just had 2. Like, I actually started watching Fear the Walking Dead, and I liked the original. I liked where they were going with it at the start. I really liked that. The zombie outbreak, but right at the beginning, we could see the military fighting zombies. It could literally be Dawn of the Dead in Walking Dead. Like, I was like, yes, please, let's fucking go. Did they do that? No, they didn't do that. They skipped over it again. Like, and I know why they're doing it with this season. They're stretching it out so far, right, that they can basically keep stretching it, set up all these spin-offs, right, oversaturate it and say, hey, we got the Rick Grimes movies. I really don't care now. I don't even care about that. And I love Rick. Rick's one of my favorite characters in all of pop culture. I think everyone else can agree. But you get to a point where it's like, know when to end it. Good Lord. Like, and then also the type of show as well. If it's something like Star Wars, right? Take Clone Wars, for instance. That got 6 seasons and then a cancelled 7th and whatever. But that could go for a fucking 20 seasons, because the thing is with Clone Wars, it's not tied specifically. Well, it is in a story sense, but it's not tied specifically to a set event. It's tied specifically to a set event and everything around it. And essentially, even though Clone Wars Season 7 has ended, Bad Batch Season 1 is like Clone Wars Season 8. So you can still carry it on. And you won't run out of material because there'll always be new characters that you're invested in. Or the galaxy, we're going into the original trilogy, You go make that transition from the prequels to the OT. That's really cool. But with Walking Dead, it's not that kind of show. It really isn't. And they did confirm that this is the last season. But I just want I want James Gunn to come in here and direct these episodes and just start killing characters left and right, because I really don't care about this. I don't feel unsafe watching these characters anymore. The most amount of credit I can give is in one of the recent episodes, Gracie and Judith were stuck in the basement and it was flooding with water and there was like lightning and electric cables or whatever, and there were zombies everywhere. Aaron went in and rescued them. And there's a moment where you think he might get killed, like he might die. That's the most amount of suspense I've felt in a long time in this show. I remember every episode of the old days, there would always be that suspense. Like, you never knew what was around the corner. And I just got to be real. They've coped well in Rick's absence, but man, this show needs Rick. It really does. Without Rick, this show is just boring as hell. For me, Daryl reminds me of Jack Sparrow. I don't like too much of him. He's that cool secondary character. Like, he's a main character, but he's that cool character that lingers on the side. That's your second in command. He's your Ironhide. He's your, your Ironhide to your Optimus Prime. He's your go-to. He's the man with the plan. He's the Luke Hobbs to the Dominic Toretto. He's the man with the plan, second in command. He's the Captain Jack Harkness to Doctor Who. He's that gunslinging badass. Now, I couldn't give a frog's fat ass what happens to him. And here's another problem with this show. We've got all these characters ending up in relationships with each other out of nowhere. And the one character that's come along, right, that Daryl should be with, they're still not together. How does that make any sense? Like, this Chosen Lives turned on to a full-on rant because, honestly, I've had this pent up for years. And everyone will come at me, oh, but you should love it. No, screw that. You got to critique stuff sometimes, And you all know me. I try to be as objective as possible. But this show needs to end. It needs to end because it's gotten to a point where the characters don't even feel like the characters. Like, they don't even feel like the characters. Like, literally, they don't even feel like the characters. That's the mark of it all. They really don't. So when I'm watching it, I'm like, man, I'm not invested. I couldn't really care. I'm just like, shit. I'm going to scroll up in the chat and read Moises' super chat, just so I don't lose it. Thank you for the $10, Moises. Everyone, you know the drill. Raise a toast to Moises if you haven't. In the comics, Carl telling the story in the TV series Carl Die. Season 7, Negan kills Glenn just like the comics. Have you seen World War Z or Train to Busan? I've seen World War Z. World War Z is cool. I love the approach that they took with the zombies. They're like straight out of I Am Legend, but more zombie-like. Like, fuck that. Get the hell out of Dodge. But yeah, Carl in the comics was so much more significant than the show ever made him. And that really upsets me. But thank you, Moises, for the $10. I really appreciate you. I really, really appreciate you. My hair already grew fast. No, it's still the same. It's just because it's a bit puffy. It's still the same as it was. What seasons of The Walking Dead should I watch if I was interested in it? Just start with season 1 and just go until you get bored. Exactly. Yeah, you're damn right. It's just yeah. What season should I stop at? Well, look, if you're going to watch Walking Dead, right, start from the beginning and then just go to the point that you can't do anymore. Some people get off like after season 5 or 6. I personally think season 5 or 6 is where Walking Dead, let me just focus the camera, is at its peak. But, hey, that's just me. But in terms of like where this show, there we go, now it's focused. I agree, Dominic. Killing Carl was pointless. As I was saying earlier on, it serves no other reason than for shock value. It's just to surprise people. It was wasteful, it was stupid, and it was pathetic. It was ridiculous. And then they did it again. They killed Henry. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you trying to screw you? All these spin-offs that they've got announced, how much more interesting would this be? Let me pitch something to everyone in the chat. How much more interesting would this be? Hold on. Instead of a Maggie and Negan spin-off, right, where we're going to get Martha Wayne and Thomas Wayne from BVS, right? Instead of Daryl and Carol, where, oh, I stand, right? Get that out of here, right? Instead of that, how about this? Walking Dead ends, right? The season ends, right? We get the ending. 15 years later, we do a fast forward. We flash forward. New season. New story. How much cooler would it be if we fast forward and your characters now are Carl, Judith, RJ, Gracie, Herschel, Henry, Lydia? Wouldn't it be so much more interesting if all these kids that they've set up to take over actually are, the next generation? 10 years from now, right? You do a 10-year time jump and you start with these characters. How cool does that sound? That's a spin-off that I would watch because it's characters that we've grown with, we've seen from young, and it's a new story, but it still feels connected to the past. But we've still got the ending for those characters. This is just a continuation. How much cooler does that sound than what we're getting? And the way you get that is by stop killing the younger generation. Stop it. Enough. Exactly. I mean, exactly. Everyone remembers that part where he gets out of the hospital and that was it. Those times were so simple. I love the tone and the aesthetic of the earlier seasons. I really do. Like when you're watching the show now, it doesn't even look like Walking Dead anymore. It literally looks like Monopoly come to life with zombies here or there. That's all it looks like. And anytime a character is involved near zombies, it's because the human is stupid. Like the zombie will be walking towards them. They'll have the weapon to hand, right? They'll see the zombie coming right at them. Here's what they'll do. They'll go, I can't do it. Like, I mean, you're 10 seasons into the zombie apocalypse. You should be a bad to the bone killer by now. If you're still alive and not a bad to the bone killer, you should be dead. You know, and then we've got these characters in like the new season. You got this little pompous fuck. What's his? I don't know what his name, but he's just a little douchebag. Okay, he deserves to die a horrible, painful death because he's really annoying. He's really irritating. It's just we still got characters like this, but then you know you get to a part where it's like, man, how did we get here? How did we get here? Like, and that's another thing. Noah, what the? Noah. And I'm going to say something controversial here. In my opinion, Maggie should have died. Not Beth. I actually like Beth more. And, hey, Natalie, what's up? But the thing is, right, this is what hurts more, is we all liked Maggie before. But I've got a theory. I don't think we ever actually did. I think we like Maggie because of Glenn. Like, if we want to be completely objective, I think we like Maggie because of Glenn. And now Glenn's no longer around. We're really seeing how bad Maggie actually is as a character, as a leader. Like, and that's a whole thing. You have Rebels on. Nice. Good stuff. You see, Star Wars Rebels knew when to end it. 4 seasons of good storytelling. Fear the Walking Dead, kill my... Dude, when they killed Nick and John... When they killed Nick and John in Fear the Walking Dead, I was checking off. I was like, hell nah. No. Oh, hey, Darius. What's up, bro? Yeah, Beth's death was stupid. Like, it could have been it could have been avoided. Like, this is what I'm saying about this show, is there have been so many instances like that as the show's gone along, killing characters for shock value, that now we're stuck with characters that we can't kill off, and they're boring as hell. Like, honestly, it's just like, it's like watching paint dry. So let's talk about Maggie for a second, right? Let's have a little chit-chat about Maggie. The thing that Glenn. Yeah, I mean, I'm sad that they killed Glenn, but I mean, I always knew it was coming, you know, and the actor wanted it to happen. We have to make it right, Rick. Ugh. But with Maggie, right? Here's what annoys me about Maggie, okay? She fucks off, right? She disappears for a few years, right, with her kid Herschel. Because apparently she's the only character that's gone through hard times. Her husband was killed in front of her, quite brutally. I'm not denying that. He was killed in front of her quite brutally. But apparently she's the only one who's lost anything. She's the only one. No one else. No one else has lost anything. Rick didn't lose pretty much his son, his whole family. Morgan didn't lose his entire world. Rosita didn't lose anything. Michonne didn't lose anything. Sasha didn't lose anything. But no, Maggie. Maggie lost everything. So this is what really rubs me the wrong way, is when Rick is trying to unite the communities together. He's trying to bring the saviors into the fold and bring everyone. He's basically being Dominic Toretto in Rick terms, Rick Grimes choral terms. He's trying to give everyone a seat at the table, and he's trying to provide and honor Carl's wish. Okay, so this is after Carl's death, right? Already not happy about it, but I don't get to say he's dead. So what does Maggie decide to do? She goes to start a civil war, right? That basically leads to Rick's exit from the show. Now, obviously, if we have to remove the nerd reasons from it, Andrew Lincoln was leaving anyway. But he was leaving because they killed Carl off, you know? And he wanted to spend more time with his family, which is fair. You know, you're out in Atlanta, you're filming for God knows how long across the year. You don't see your kids. You want to see them grow up. It's normal. But, you know, in terms of in-universe, Maggie is the reason that Rick isn't there. And so is Daryl. Them two are the reason Rick is not there. And also, Daryl is the reason Glenn is dead. And this is my problem. Negan has redeemed himself. Well, he hasn't redeemed himself. You know, shout out to my bro Stuart for putting it like this. Negan's not trying to redeem. He's trying to atone. And Negan has done more than enough, in my eyes, to have a seat in that community. If it wasn't for Negan, Beta wouldn't be dead. If it wasn't for Negan, Alpha wouldn't be dead. And the Whisperers would have won. If it weren't for Negan. Daryl's too much of a hothead. Carol's busy repeating the same flipping story arc for the last 5 seasons. If it wasn't for Negan, they would have been screwed. Okay, so understanding that. Maggie then comes back into the show after being absent for a couple of seasons. And all of a sudden, Daryl's like, stupid Negan. Like, well, hang on. So everything that Negan did just goes right out the window. And that's where my problem is with this show. Negan's character development goes right out the window in service of Maggie coming back. And Maggie comes back, not to mention the fact that she buggered off, right, at the worst possible time after something she started, right? She comes back, her whole community has been killed, right? Tara's dead, Jesus is dead, Enid's dead. She comes back trying to call the shots. And then also, adding to that, she brings a new threat with her to the community that gets more of them killed off, that kills more of her people. She's a terrible leader. Awful. Absolutely awful. Every decision that Maggie has made since Glenn died has been poor. Absolutely poor. Ridiculously poor. She's awful. Just genuinely. And this isn't a thing. I don't want people to get the wrong impression, because there are individuals out there that hate Maggie just because she's a woman. I don't want to come across as that. I'm talking about the character. Michonne, however, now that's a queen right there. That's a leader. Maggie is awful. She gets all of her friends and family killed, right? She passes the blame to everyone else. It's everyone else's fault. And then she brings all these threats to the community that get them in trouble and get them killed. And then she's like, you don't have the right to talk to me like that, Negan. You kill people. So what are you doing? So, like, do you guys see what I'm trying to say? Like, it's the hypocrisy. And what I love about it is when Maggie challenges Negan, right? Negan doesn't back down. He doesn't deny what he did. He says, if I could do things differently, I would have killed all of you. And you know what? I respect him, because Negan is being honest. Maggie is lying through her teeth. And like 5 minutes after Maggie comes back, right, they assemble, right, the whole 20 characters to go and take down the Reapers or whatever. She lets Gage, right, that kid, you know, the group of kids that were basically harassing Lydia. Where the hell's Lydia gone? She's basically disappeared. Again, see, Lydia, Judith, and Negan, their character development has suffered this season in service of this house with zombies crap. Gage, right, he's a kid. They're in these train cards, okay? They can easily get him. Because in Season 6, in Alexandria, there is hundreds of walkers everywhere. And they band together with melee weapons to hand, carving, you know, fucking tearing people up, you know, killing zombies. You're telling me they can't help Gage get out of there? Maggie's like, no, we can't do it. You let Gage die. You let a kid die. Honestly, it's stuff like that that really frustrates me across this show. And what this show is trying to do is, because Maggie has been in this show since Season 2. Negan came in Season 7. They're trying to make us care about Maggie more than Negan. And I'm not for it. I'm in the firm belief of show, don't tell. I'll use an example. Mandalorian. Luke and Ahsoka appear it. No, not Mandalorian. Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett. Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano are on screen together in that show. Holy shit. This is amazing. Wow. I was fanboying hard. But at the same time, I was more interested in about Din Djarin reuniting with Grogu. I was more invested in that than Luke and Ahsoka being on screen together is it's cool, it's fantastic. But my point is that they've got two legacy characters against two new characters, and I care more about the newer characters than I do those two. That speaks volumes of the writing and the care and the quality. And look, sometimes, quality is subjective. It's not always going to land. But at least with Mandalorian and Boba Fett or whatever, they take their time, to work on characters. In Walking Dead, they just do whatever the hell they want to do, And dude, Shiva's death, that broke my heart, man. Stop killing animals as well, Walking Dead. Exactly, that proves how well written those two characters are. And then you look at The Walking Dead, and you look at someone like Maggie, and I stand by this. I think Maggie isn't as interesting as we've all made her out to be. I think she's only looked good because of Glenn. And now Glenn's dead, now we really see the cracks of how bad her character really is, And you know me, I do videos on character analysis, why characters are doing the things that they're doing. I just don't care. I just don't care. It's literally show, don't tell. They're literally putting Maggie on a plate. Here you go. Take this. Here you go. More. It's like, no one cares. No one cares. Nobody cares. No one cares. Anyway, it's anytime I watch Walking Dead now, I'm like, where's Negan? I really couldn't give a frog's fat anyone else. And there is some hyperbole to that. I still care about Ezekiel and Magna and Rosita and Gabriel and Aaron. I still care about those guys, sure. But I'm not like sat there every week now going, "Ugh, Walking Dead." Ugh, I can't wait. Like I'm not there doing that now. Like it's literally just like, can we end this show, please? Like, can we just end the damn thing? Can we cue the credits? And they've made the final season so long to milk it dry. Imagine a cow. It's literally getting the udders. Like, it's literally like that, where it's to the point where it's like, just end the show. Just end it. Please. Like, I would rather go back and rewatch other seasons than watch the new episodes. And that's me being genuinely serious. I would rather go back and watch older episodes of the show, the new episodes. I'm so tuned out with it. It's like I have to force myself to watch it now. And the only reason that I'm still watching this show is because we're so close to the end. I just want to finish it, And the thing is, I know someone might use the example of, oh, well, Fast and Furious has been milked. I know Fast and Furious is milked, but at least with Fast and Furious, I can have fun with it. I can have fun at Dom pulling down a ceiling with his bare arms, or, saying family every 2 seconds, or a car going into a Pontiac Fiero going into space. Like, I can have fun with it. But with Walking Dead, I can't, it's just a chore. It's just like, literally, I'm sitting there and I'm watching paint dry. There's an episode just recently where nothing happens but dialogue, just constant dialogue, right? And it gets to a point where there's one zombie moment where it literally cuts to a character surrounded by zombies because they walked into the herd. That's what I mean. It literally is that now, where zombies only exist in this show. It's like the way Fast and Furious does their races now. They'll put a race in the beginning of the movie or in the movie somewhere just to remind you of the old days. But again, at least the rest of the movie's still fun. But you know what I'm saying? With Walking Dead, they just randomly put zombies somewhere, here, there, and everywhere. And the characters, 11 seasons in, are so stupid. They look at the zombie, they're like, it's like, what? Are we really doing this in season 11? Come on. A race on the moon. A quarter crater race. Nah, it's yeah. Exactly. Anyone that's alive in this show should know how to fight zombies now. It's ridiculous. Game of Thrones, they said Walking Dead declined. No, Game of Thrones just got bad. Yeah, but at least with Game of Thrones, like, I mean, I haven't watched Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones is very kingdom based. It's very like medieval. Like you could do many seasons of that show if you wanted to. Obviously, you would need to end it because we know like the season 8 controversy and all that kind of stuff. But with Walking Dead, I just feel like it was never a show that was meant to run this long. It's gone on way too long. You look at a show like Breaking Bad, and for everyone who's worried, oh, but it'll end, no one will remember it. Everyone remembers Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad had what, 3, 4 seasons? Everyone still talks about it because quality over quantity. Film and TV shows, sorry, they are timeless. They are forever, forever. So there will be elements where maybe 50 years from now, someone might find a Walking Dead box set and go watch it and go, "Hey, have you ever seen this?" And then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." And then they'll get to season 11 and think, "Man, what the fuck is this?" Then they'll put Breaking Bad in 4 seasons. They'll be like, "Yeah, this is where it's at." So that whole thing of people will forget, yeah, people will forget. I mean, hell, I don't know the westerns and stuff that came out in the 50s and 60s. I have to ask the granddad on that. But essentially, you know, things are timeless. People will always find old material or movies or cinema or film or TV shows because people are invested in that, like myself or Darius or you guys in the chat or whoever. So quality will always outdo quantity. Always. Grounded for Life ended in 2005 is still funny. Damn right. I mean, to be fair, I've never actually watched it, but I've heard a lot about it. Exactly. Like Breaking Bad, I would happily watch Breaking Bad, rewatch Breaking Bad again. It's not a show that I rewatch a lot because it's a very serious show, but it's a good show. The quality of Breaking Bad is right here. We're talking cream of the crop. But Breaking Bad knew when to end. Walking Dead doesn't know. Oh, it's free on Amazon. Ooh, I might have to check that out. But honestly, and this is what I was saying the other day. I pray and hope that Cobra Kai doesn't have the same thing. Yes, it would be great to go to season 8, sure, but know when to end it. Like, don't have too much of a good thing because the longer you do it, the more likely you are to run into situations. And with Walking Dead, the biggest problem with this show is it's gone on way too long that all the new characters, all the new villains, I couldn't give a frog's fat ass about them. And that's not necessarily because of the writing. That's just because the storyline is exhausted. It's like, just end it already. It's like, imagine if Walking Dead was this notebook. When you get to the final page, what do? You go and buy another notebook and you start a new story. What do Walking Dead do? Yeah, let's fill some pages into the notebook. Here, give me some more. Here, put this in here and all. There you go, look. Put that in there and all. Put it all in there. Put it all in there, And this is why I stopped watching. Good point, Cobra Kai. I was just about to say it. This is why I stopped watching the CW shows because the CW shows did the exact same thing. Like, it was just like, end the damn show, end it. And I was willing to stick Flash out, even after Arrow had finished. But I got to a point where I was just like, done. Yeah, 6 at a push, 7, and maybe a movie, and that is it. 6 seasons of Cobra Kai, maybe 7, a movie, and spin-offs or whatever, and that's it. But the thing is with me, I'm Cobra Kai and Stranger. Yeah, exactly. Both are ending. Exactly. And I think what's getting me is the fact that I'm coming into a time now in my life where I don't want, like, it's great to get spin-offs and whatever, but I don't want too much because it starts to like it's a lot of time in front of the TV. And I like to go outside. I like to go out of the house. I like to go for a walk, or I like to go to the gym, or I like to socialize with people in the real world. It's as great as it is that these TV shows and movies are existing. It's a commitment. It's turning into a full-on commitment now. And this is what I was saying the other day about the MCU. As great as it is now, there's so much. And then how do you explain pre-MCU to now MCU to someone who's just starting out? It's daunting. It's really daunting. There was someone I took to see No Way Home, and they loved it, but they didn't know anything about Doctor Strange. And it wasn't because they were a normie. They were so overwhelmed by 20 fucking movies and millions of shows coming at them all at once that they couldn't process it up here. It's too much to take in. You know, people have things to do. You know, it's such a, hey Jamie, what's up, bro? How you been? It's all money, to be fair. I think they know. Yeah, exactly. It's a money churning machine. And the thing is, yeah, I mean, Flash in the beginning was good. Like, it had cringe in the first couple of seasons, but it was tolerable. And Ronnie Raymond, can we bring that guy back, please? If they bring him back, I'll watch the episode that he comes back. But yeah, Flash needed to end in season 5 and 6. And that's what annoyed me as well. The biggest tease in the Flash, right? The biggest thing that was teased was his death in Crisis. Did they follow through? No, they didn't. They didn't follow through. I'm like, what are you doing? Why? We know you're going to bring him back, but at least pay it off. Shit. Spider-Man 3 Venom to have a redemption arc. Nah, it's not necessary. That chapter's done. If Cobra Kai does a movie, what would be the plot? Yeah, this is the thing. If the movie does happen, what would it be? But with the way the creators are, I trust them. Yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earth sucked balls. Like, honestly, Crisis on Earth X, however, I really enjoyed that. I thought that was solid. I really enjoyed watching Earth X. And I think, by and large, they did a good job. Infinite Earths, sucked. Awful. Terrible. Wow. What a waste. Oliver Queen got done dirty. I'm sorry. Oliver Queen got... And bros, Oliver Queen literally resets the universe, right? And it means nothing because the Anti-Monitor... I'm sorry, right? The Anti-Monitor, one of the most powerful beings in all of DC, right? When you look at the characters that are brought into Crisis on Infinite Earths, you've got Brandon Routh Superman, Tom Welling Superman, Tyler Hoechlin. You've got all these characters from the multiverse, right? All these people going up against the Anti-Monitor. That sounds sick. Do they do that? No. They have Wild Dog, John Diggle, and Sarah Lance fighting the Anti-Monitor. What the hell are you doing? They're all dead, by the way. They're all dead. I'm sorry, Anti-Monitor's there, and Sarah Lance is looking at him like this. Like, get that out of here. Like, what is it? Get that out of here. No. Cringe. Absolute cringe. It's like, what are you doing? This is the Anti-Monitor. This isn't some random villain on Villain of the Week, you know, of the Flash or whatever. This is the Anti-Monitor. The big bad. He's Darkseid level, if not more. Like, what? Shit. Oh. No, he wasn't a joke, Tristan. Exactly. It's DC's biggest ever. And this is the thing. I'll give credit to the CW shows for doing... me too, Darius. The idea of him being Spectre was a big draw of it. And they didn't do anything with it. They didn't do anything with it. But essentially, you know, the CW have done a good job in terms of putting, you know, stuff on the map for DC into opening the multiverse and giving us all these great team-up movies and shit. But they've actually done more harm than good. And I don't mean to speak bad omens out there for you, Darius, brother. But The Flash, they've done more harm to The Flash than good. Because now The Flash, he's just a character that no one cares about anymore. This is the frickin' Flash. Main Justice League member, core member, one of DC's poster boys. Ugh. Yeah, like, it's the daunting part. There's so much. And this is the thing, you know, if you're a fan, you're a fan. You know, if you're a fan of a particular movie or show, you're a fan of that. I'm not going to gatekeep. But there are levels to this shit. Like, there is levels. You know, it's like, oh, you're a fan. It's like, hang on, there are levels to this shit. Like, there's the level that I'm at where I know the books, I know the cartoons, I know the movies, I know the EU, I know basically everything beyond every fine detail. Then there's the level above me, which knows everything of everything. I can't be that level because I like to go outside. Like, I can't I can't do it. And then there's the level beneath me, not as much knowledgeable, but they like the universe. And then there's the casuals beneath them. And I think we're in an age now where I think being a casual is probably best because you can just enjoy stuff more. But you know, we're in an age where it's just literally you're getting 10 things thrown at you. And everyone, also, if you haven't smashed the like button, make sure you do. And comment below if you want me to do more chosen lives as well, because I've missed doing these, where it's literally a bit more, you know, one-on-one, where you guys can talk to me personally and I can sort of give you my full consensus and thoughts and that kind of jazz. But essentially, it's daunting for new people where Wally West is the best Flash. Well, I don't agree with that. Barry Allen is still the man, but Wally West is cool. I do like Wally. Bro, what did they do to Wally? And this is another thing the CW shows have done, right? Characters like Roy Harper, right, who has such a key arc in the comics. Wally West, what did they do? Screwed him over completely. But on back to the subject matter of, you know, of Walking Dead. Yeah, Barry and Wally, but they're both cool in different ways. But they've got a lot of similarities as well. One-on-one live stream because we connect with you more, Jacob. Damn right, AR. Damn right, brother. Damn right. Might come up north one day. Up north, we can have a pint. Well, this is Pepsi Cherry, but yeah. But with Walking Dead, like, this is why, with all the examples I've just given, the show needs to come to an end because, and I know it's ending, but you can even go under the Instagram pages, right? Keep doing chosen lives. Will do. Damn straight. You can even go under the Instagram pages of the Walking Dead page where they announce their spin-offs, and even Walking Dead stans are like, yo, like, end it. And that's when you know that no one's sitting there going, oh, 10 more, please. Like, they're literally sat there like, please, end it. Enough. God's sake. Oh, East Midlands. Leicestershire. But it's just, it gets to a point where anytime I watch The Walking Dead, right, this is my feeling. This is my feeling now. Just that. Literally that. You know? It's literally that. Anytime I watch Walking Dead now, it's gotten to a point where it's just a chore to get through. And Negan is all I care about now. Just Negan. I just want to know Negan. And this is exactly it. When your fans say it's time for your show to end, you should probably consider ending. When your stans literally say it's time to end. Like, to quote, you know, Tory, this ends tonight, you know, and this will never be over, LaRusso. That's literally the studio. They say it's going to end, and then it's not ending. Ugh. Exactly. If stans say it, then it's time to stop. Oh, Bert's the man. Please end. I mean, and we know it's going to end, but the thing is it though? Is it really going to end? Got 3 movies, spin-offs. Is it really going to end? It's like that scene in Thor Ragnarok when Thor says, is it though? Is it really? I don't think so. And this is another thing. Smallville knew when to end it. Damn right. King, you'll be happy about this. Smallville knew exactly when to end it. And Smallville had some cringe in there too, like CW level, but it was good. It was cheesy fun, you know. It was serviceable to the story. Like, it was important while watching, and you had fun with it, you know. It was very fun, and it's a time capsule series to like the early thousands, you know. It's cool. Exactly, and this is the thing, like, we don't know that Maggie and Negan are going to hook up, but why are they getting a whole spin-off dedicated to themselves? Why are these two specifically getting a spin-off when they hate each other? Are they just going to have, like, rough makeup, whatever, in the forest in the middle of a zombie apocalypse? Like, God's sake. And this is why less is more, you know? For me, it's like what with Kenobi, and I'll touch more about this, like, in my Kenobi stream that I'm going to do. I actually prefer it being a 1-season thing. I don't want a season 2 because season 1 for me will be a one and done. And I don't want, you can't have too much of a good thing because you can spoil it. You can undo these things. I love Revenge of the Sith. I don't want a second Revenge of the Sith. You know, it's like you want to have, I love Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. You don't want a second one of that. I love The Dark Knight. You don't want a second one of that. You want that to be that. It's like Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I love that, but I don't want that. You know, it's like you can't have too much of a good thing. And I think we're in the age now where quality over quantity. You know, if anything, the Book of Boba Fett and has also showed us is that just because it's got a cool character attached to it doesn't mean the show's going to slap. You know, and the treatment of Cad Bane in Book of Boba Fett, that still rubs me the wrong way. I still don't like it, and I'm still not happy about it. You know, it's like, why did they bring it back at all? You know, and that's what you run into the longer you do these things and play around. Like, and it's for me, I'm a very classic kind of storyteller. Theater of the mind, ambiguity, like ambiguous nature, making us ponder, making us not have everything answered. It's like if I was with the Kings and we were in a movie and then RJ just disappeared, but he was going to live a dream job, there would be a spin-off on that. Maybe there doesn't need to be a spin-off. Maybe we can leave it to the imagination that he's got a happy ending, he's got a happy life, you know? You see what I'm saying? Shout out to you, RJ, if you're watching. It's just, it was easy to use you as an example. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes we need to leave questions unanswered because it allows us to immerse ourselves in the story unless we have everything spelled out for us. Like, this is literally every movie or show now where you've got to go and read a book, paragraph 3, sentence 2, page 112 to learn something about something in the movie. It's like, oh, fuck off with that shit. Make it make sense in the fucking movie. You know, it's like, I'm going to go and read, you know, 50 million books to understand the story. Take Force Awakens, when Maz Kanata hands Luke the lightsaber. A good question for another time. That's lazy writing. That's lazy writing. Why? Why couldn't you just... You could literally have it be as simple as, in the mining clouds, Ugnaughts found it, and Lando retrieved it. Something simple. It's contrived, but at least it's simple. No, they did it so they could say, here, buy our book. That's what it is. And we're in that world now, you know? And by the way, guys, this is the way Chosen Lives will be. For 40 minutes, it will probably be me talking about the subject matter, and from then on, it'll be me just talking with you guys in the chat. Exactly. It has to be handled with care. And the way this season ends, you end it with him having his house. That's where you end it. You don't do any more. Like, this is... You end it in such a way where it's like, you can't have too much of a good thing, you know? Yeah, I mean, the costumes in Smallville, but the story's cool. The reason why they're walking there, because they were scared of it ending. I know. And this is the thing. Sometimes we have to be steady. And I'm going to use the Spider-Man 2 quote. We have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most. You know? Sometimes we've got to let things end. You have to. Otherwise, if you don't, they're just going to keep going on and on and on and on and on and on. And it's just an endless cycle where it doesn't stop. Where it's like, okay, here's 5 of this. Now have another 10 of this. It's like, whoa. Hit the brakes. Like, way too much. Also, guys, I downloaded TikTok, by the way. I caved in. So go and follow me on TikTok. The Last Chosen 197. Same as my Instagram. Exactly. You know, just like, fuck off with that shit. Make it make sense in the fucking movie. You know? It's like, Christ's sake. For me, and again, that's another problem I have, is I'm a very classic kind of storyteller. In the movie, something like the book, right, enhances what's in the movie. It adds to it. It's the cherry on top. It's not the freaking self-raising flour. You know, when you're making a cake, right, and you got the self-raising flour, that's the story detail. You find that out when you're making the cake. In this case, the movie. You don't find it out when you're bloody reading a book, like, because then you ain't got no cake. What the hell? I don't know where that analogy came from. It just felt right. Yeah, no one would be... Yeah, we don't need a Dugan spinoff. Hey, Cobra Badass Guy. What's up? Please stop making alternate cuts for movies. Exactly. Because at the end of the day, that's not the real cut. Ugh. When the studio interferes, they should get their real cut, for sure. But other than that, you don't get a do-over for a bad movie. If your movie is bad, just... It is what it is. Like, if every movie came out, right, and listened to fan reaction, every movie would be remade. There is every single movie in existence that you can pick apart. Even Kubrick movies, you can look at and pick things in problems with them, you know? It sets a bad precedent. This is what we were saying the other day about these alternate cuts. Like, give Zack Snyder his vision, give the David Ayer his cut, and then that's it. No more, because otherwise everyone's going to want to cut. They'll be like, oh, Venom 2. There'll be an alternate cut of Venom 2. Like, no, we don't need to see that. We don't need to see it. Man, I'll tell you, my hair is looking meds. Oi, damn, it's looking sexy as hell. Sorry, I just had to gloat a little bit. I love reading. So, well, I mean, I love reading. Well, I'm not a big reader, but I like reading. I like reading to expand the lore and the. I just had a thought. This isn't the real haircut. It is actually. But to me, it should expand the lore. It should be the cherry on top. It shouldn't be the meat and potatoes of your story. It really shouldn't. Gotta let things end, but our friendship will never end. It'll never end. It won't end ever. You can tell I wanted to be an actor, can't you? I love animating myself. It's what I do. Terry Silver spin-off. I mean, to be fair, I think they could just use the flashbacks in the story. We don't really need to, But if they do it, I'll watch it. That's not the real cut. Marvel zombies or DC zombies? Marvel zombies. Looking good, Mr. Keen. Ah, boom. The hair in my profile isn't the real cut. Ha! This is becoming a meme now. Thank you, Sensei. But yeah, like it links into, like, I know I've gone off on a bit of a tangent about Star Wars and Marvel and DC and other properties, but it all is relevant to my point about Walking Dead, where it's literally just end the damn show, please. And I'm gonna be honest with you, once this show ends, I want my off point. I want my train station to come up so I can get the fuck out of Dodge. Like, it's that moment when Crisis on Infinite Earths was bound. I said I was going to keep watching Flash because I'd gone the distance. I was going to keep watching. But as soon as Arrow had ended, I was like, I really don't care anymore. And that was my ending. That was my conclusion. That was my stepping off point to go, hey, see you lot later. Like, it's literally my point to get the hell out of Dodge. Get off the tube station, take an Uber, go grab a McDonald's, and then go on a new journey. It's literally, that's my getting off point. So, quite literally, when Walking Dead gets its conclusion, I won't be going, yes, oh God, oh yes. And I won't be going, oh, more, give me more. It won't be that. It'll be like, man, thank fuck this is over. Jesus Christ, I ain't got to continue watching anymore. I've got my ending. Yippee-ki-yay. And on that, if Rick Grimes is to return, do not give him a 5-minute scene at the end of the last episode, because that will piss me off. Like, for me, you bring him back because they split the final season into 3 pieces. You tease him at the end of the second one, and you bring him into the third part. And then you have him for the whole third part of the season. You do not tease him as an end credit scene. Jesus Christ. If they do that, I'll be even more inclined to get the fuck out of Dodge. And sorry for my French. It's just I get passionate about this stuff because to me, it's just I want an off point. Because I'm such a completionist, I just want a train station that says, Jacob, you can get off now. You can leave. And you don't have to feel bad about it. That's it. Did I like anything? Well, I like the Oliver Queen stuff. Anything else? No. It felt like when they were announcing cameos for Crisis on Infinite Earths, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be the end game of the CW. Holy shit. They brought them all in just to kill them off. Waste of time. Oh, yes. Damn right. Fast clapping. Oh, dude, when I saw the clip of Reverse Flash and Flash fighting Godspeed with lightning bolts like a Star Wars duel, I said, what the fuck is this? This is not Flash. What is this? No. Stop it. I was like, you know that scene in season, I think it's season 8? No, it's season 7 of Walking Dead where Negan like insults Olivia, right? And he turns around and he goes, really? You people seriously don't have a sense of humor. Like, it's just the face he makes. I'm like, really? Like, why is it still going on? End it, please. Please. I wonder how annoyed you. Now, you see, I care more about Cobra Kai than Walking Dead. Like, I love Walking Dead. Walking Dead will always hold a special place in my heart because I really enjoy the show, or I enjoyed the show. And it was a breath of fresh air because I'd never watched anything zombie or horror related on TV before. So it was a new avenue for me. But something like Cobra Kai, and I said this to someone I knew, Cobra Kai for me is more important than just the show because I grew up on the movies, like as a lot of us did. Like I used to watch those movies as a kid a lot with my mum. It was a thing that was a generational thing. The and I want to say this. How would you guys feel about this? Just on a quick side note, Robbie and Miguel training with Daniel with that Karate Kid theme training music playing. How good would that be? Just saying, just throwing it out there. But that's a spoiler for later's video. And I said that first. So if anyone tries copying that, I'm coming for you. Oh, screw it. I'll do the Samantha LaRusso thing. I'm coming for you, bitch. Cringe. How do you feel about the two Flashes meeting? It was pretty cool. I mean, around the time when I actually cared about the CW, it was a huge deal. I was like, yes, the shows are finally getting acknowledged. Favorite Robin is? Wouldn't be Tim Drake, would it? Hey, I like Tim Drake. I'm just saying, out of the four, he's my least favorite, but he's still cool. I swear to God, if they bring back... Yeah, I know what you mean, 21st century. I know exactly what you mean. I never watched the full horror show. Yeah. He's like, and he machine gunned a bunch of my men, and I brought him home safe and sound. And he's like, and I fed him spaghetti. Armando! Hey, buddy, excited for any other shows this year? Stranger Things, when that releases, because been waiting for that for God knows how long. In terms of other shows, not so much. I've been rewatching a lot of Doctor Who lately. I'm trying to catch up on that. Finish seasons that I hadn't finished. I've rewatched Transformers Armada. I finished rewatching Transformers Energon. I'm starting Cybertron soon because these are like shows that I've always watched as a kid, but I never got around. Like, you see, kids today, you are lucky. You have streaming services where you can watch the full shebang. I come from the era where you would have to find the channel on TV with your remote to see that episode, or you'd have to wait until they were all released on DVD or reruns, So count your blessings. Wants to play Robin. He'd be a good Robin, to be fair. Damien in the Matt Reeves universe. Oh, damn, hell yeah. Not now, but later. Moon Knight, there we go. Thank you. Moon Knight's good. What's your favorite comic storyline with Tim Drake? I'd say that one. I like it when Robins fight each other. It's a different kind of like layer to the story, Back in my day. Back in my day. Wait, which one do you mean? Because I've done like 5 or 6. Like I'm not sure which one you mean. Turn around. Am I missing some? Is Mephisto in the wall? Marathon kids, and we have to use VCRs and DVDs. Old TV, and we didn't have the record thing, and now you can record everything. Exactly. Or you can just, as my bro King would say, the yo ho da, 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 da. But yeah, like it's just a thing where the shows need to know where to end it. Favorite companion in Star Wars? Oh, good question, Natalie. Good question. It's tough because I really like in terms of what though? Like in terms of droid, in terms of because if we're talking droid, R2D2, like I mean, come on. Hey, another donation. Raise a toast to Moyes' team. Raise a toast. Batman movie Riddler looks like the Zodiac Killer. Yeah, a lot of inspiration for that, I think. Cody Rhodes going to WWE. Was he going back? I mean, I haven't watched WWE in ages. Like, I grew out of that. Like, I mean, I was very hot on it around the time Cena and CM Punk were going at it. Favorite companion in Doctor Who? Oh, Donna Noble. Donna Noble, without a doubt, is my favorite companion because she wasn't... Like, I like it when the Doctor gets a love interest because, let's be honest, unless you've got a heart of stone and, you're some red pill alpha jerk, a bit of romance is cool, true love conquers all. True love does exist. You know, let's get our boy Miguel. One second, let me get my boy Miguel. There you go. But Donna Noble was my favorite companion because she was just a mate of the Doctor. You know, they were just, you know, bro, sis, you know, cool gang. You know, they were just fun. They were just so much fun to watch, and the dynamic between David Tennant and Catherine Tate was so good. K2SO, he's a good shout. That's a good shout. Did you know that wasn't me? Alan Tudyk, man, he absolutely nailed that. Stranger Things Dustin Turnaround song. Do you think Riddler will get his iconic question mark Kane eventually? Yeah, down the line. Like, give it some time. WWE used to be badass back in the day, but people are too touchy with their PG rating. Yeah, I know. And look at WWE now. Like, I tried watching it not long ago, and bro, I was like, what the? Ugh. Like, it had all the same stuff now that it had in the Attitude Era, but at least in the Attitude Era, there was, you know, a bit of blood, bit of beer, you know, you felt like as a kid, you felt kind of naughty watching WWE because you were watching these grown, ripped and shredded, you know, guys beating the crap out of each other with steel pipes. Like, it was like, and setting people on fire and throwing them off cages. You're like, damn, how am I allowed to watch this? Roman Reigns will beat Brock Lesnar. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Yeah, Roman Reigns, I mean, droids. Anyone? Everyone comment your favorite companion from Star Wars. Favorite droid. But yeah, it's just, you know, you can't have too much of a good thing. And this is why I miss doing Chosen Lives, because like the first part of the Chosen Live for a good 30, 40 minutes is me talking about the subject matter. And then as the Chosen Live progresses, then it becomes more like, you know, just this. Me talking to you guys in the chat. Where is my drink? Where's my drink? There we go. Oh, I can still hear Austin's theme song in my head. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. R2D2. Oh, Chopper. Shout out to Chopper. He's cool. The first one from Rebels to make it in live action. Rogue One cameo. Never watched Star Wars, so I must say Luke. I think if it's the right answer, I feel a bit dumb. Yeah, like AR, Luke ain't a companion, but don't worry, bro. Like, it's all good. It's all good. Like, you know, I'm not one of those people that's gonna go, oh my god, how could you say Luke's a companion? OMG, oh my god, like, what are you doing? Like, you know, get that. You're all good. But Luke's a badass character, you know, so you're all good. The old school within the 2000s, me too. But Luke is a cool character, but just don't go on any Star Wars Reddit forums and say that, because the weird, you know, those people that, you know, just smack the fuck out of their keyboard, you know, douche. You know, like in It Chapter 2 when Pennywise is like, bonk. Like, he's doing that on the glass before he before he kills the kid. You know, it's like people do that when they comment, you know, an angry comment, you know, on Reddit or wherever. It's like, just calm, just, you know, hit the brakes, get out the car, and have some fresh air. Close the laptop, go outside, and get some fresh air. Keyboard warriors, damn right. Oh shit, no, yo, man. Hey, bro. You see, this is the thing, AR. Hang on, let me just focus it again. Oh, for God's sake. Someone might have to make a compilation of this, bloody trying to get me a focus. There we go. So, you know how, like, you know how, to all my English folk in the chat, you know how everyone outside of the UK thinks us English folk are all, you know, let me get my cup. Tea. Any more tea, G's? Yes, sir. Nice spot of tea. PG tips. Yes. Harry Potter. Yes. James Bond. Huzzah. Oh, God save the Queen. We're not all doing that. And, bro, when you said, yo, mans feel embarrassed, I love it. Dimitri season 4 versus Tim Drake after training from Shiva. Well, I'm going to say Tim Drake. As much as Dimitri's cool, he's not beating Tim Drake in a fight. Like, you're talking about a karate guy against Robin. Like, Robin would decimate him. Yeah. Bastilashan. HK47. I love him. KOTOR era, though. Can't wait for the comments that are about to like pop up on screen. Man, I've missed doing Chosen Lives. I miss doing them.
You saw a big doo-doo this time.
No! Hello there.
There we go. Play a bunch of clips. Yeah, Tim Drake's destroying Dimitri. Exactly. Like, I went on a rant for 40 minutes about The Walking Dead, and now I'm literally just chilling with you guys. So, what minute mark are we at now? 1:15. Okay, so I'll go to 1:30, and if there's still good energy or whatever, then I'll go to 2 hours. So, comment anything, people in the chat. This is your time. Your time. Comment anything. Well, I say anything. Keep it within context, please. Don't comment stupid shit. Man, Pepsi Max Raspberry. I called this Pepsi Max Cherry. But yeah. Comment in the chat, you know, Walking Dead, time to end. Comment your thoughts on anything, Star Wars, Marvel, whatever. Comment it in chat. Let's go. I want Gianni as Tim Drake in a future Matt Reeves Batman movie because Gianni's 20 and he looks 16, 18. Yeah, Gianni has a baby face. I could see him pulling it off. But I think first you got to do the Robins in order. You got to start with Dick Grayson and work your way up. Like, you can't just jump straight to Tim Drake. You got to earn it. But yeah, Gianni could play a good one. But by then, I think Gianni would be a bit older. So they'd probably get someone else to do it. They'd probably get someone else to do it by that time. I have a slight theory about how they can include Julie in Cobra Kai, and I have a feeling she'll go to Miyagi Grave and meet Daniel. Oh, I mean, hey, it's possible. We were saying just in the King stream yesterday that, you know, Julie will serve something to... Got a nice hair strand there. Will serve something to the plot. Favorite action scene in the Batman movie? It is without a doubt, right? As much as I love the moment in the beginning of the film when he beats the crap out of that guy, my favorite moment is in the nightclub. When he walks in there, the camera's following him. And this is what the director fanboy in me comes out. The camera's following him as Bruce's, well, Batman, is walking through, follows him around the club, and he's like, beating the shite out of people left and right. I'm like, damn, straight out the Arkham games. And even when there's a guy that has a shotgun on him, he still uses his grapple gun, like, hey, whoosh, come here. You know, I'm like, that's Batman. Always a step ahead. Oh, KOTOR 2. That's goated. Favorite character in KOTOR 2. I was always tossing and turning between Kreia and Revan. You know, I was always tossing and turning between those two. I mean, Revan's the one that you play as, right? So, I mean, I'd say Kreia just to be different. Kreia's cool. The nightclub scene it was indeed. Negan need trophy. Negan needs back surgery after carrying this damn show on his back ever since he was brought in. Because I tell you what, when Glenn and Abraham left the show, Negan has been carrying it since then. If it wasn't for Negan, man. I tell you what, guys, I haven't done a gaming stream in a while. Would you like me to do a gaming stream? In 10 minutes, I'll end the Chosen Live in 10 minutes. 1:30. Would you like me to do a gaming stream? Now, I played Need for Speed before, but I am tempted to play maybe Injustice or something. Comment below in the chat. Comment below. I'm tempted to give you guys a double feature tonight, a double billing. Because you guys deserve it. Oh, crap. I don't want it picking up that. I'll get really copyrighted. Ah! Sorry, I just turned my PlayStation on. Okay, Injustice 2. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but everyone's gone Injustice, Arkham Knight. I've actually downloaded Arkham Knight now. I'll play it down the line. I might play Injustice, but the thing is, though, I've forgotten all the moves for Injustice. That's the problem. Do a Cobra Kai. Oh, I'm not playing that. Jason Todd in movie 5 to 9. I like it. Hey, Curious Crow, what's up? So I'm going to go for another 10 minutes. So get your comments in below. I'll go with Injustice, but comment in the chat anything you want me to talk about for the next 10 minutes. This is your time. I'm giving you guys the choice. And that's the way that the Chosen Lives will always end, is I just spend about 10 minutes doing whatever. I was going to play Injustice anyway. I just didn't want to put it out there. Anything but FIFA. Ugh. I'm not playing that. Arkham City. Arkham Asylum even was in the top 10 for games for so many years on the PS3 and Xbox because it was that good. And Arkham City was a hell of a sequel. Oh, God. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Oh, Natalie, you'll know this. Have you guys seen this fighting game by Last Jawa? Force Combat. I need to get a better setup to play this because I will happily download this and play it. If anything, I don't know if my computer will be powerful enough to handle both. But essentially, it's a fan-made game where you can play as literally any character, and it's like basically Mortal Kombat with Star Wars and no blood. Let me load up an image, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me show you. There we go. It's like this. You could pick Mandalorian versus Luke. Like, the roster is so expansive, you know? Apparently there's a theory going that Unicron is the main villain. Oh, that would be cool. I mean, we haven't seen Unicron in live action yet, so... Well, I mean, we kind of have, but we haven't. Injustice stuff. There needs to be one, man. There really needs to be one. You should play The Crew too. You'd absolutely love them. I could be tempted to play it. Also, if you guys haven't added me on the PlayStation, it is Y2Jacob15. If you're a PlayStation 4 player, add me on it. And also, when Lego Star Wars drops, I will be streaming that on the channel. So, Malgus versus Vader. Hell yeah. Malgus versus Vader. Dude, I saw something of that. I was like, hell yeah. Oh yeah, DC Universe, Mortal Kombat. That game was sick. Like, Joker used to piss me off in that game because he'd go, trick or treat, and he'd go, ah, and then skip around like a pixie. It really does. I want a proper Marvel fighting game. And even a Cobra Kai one would be so sweet. Absolutely dope. Let me have a little look at this Last Jawa game. If I can play it while I'm still streaming, let me have a little look-see. I know this is kind of technically unprofessional, but screw it. I've had a long day. And the thing is, before I came on tonight, like, I literally finished work, had food, and then streamed. So the work don't stop for me. But that's just, you know, how I like it. Oh God, I just saw an image of Luke and Ahsoka. Ugh, yeesh. Right. Let me download. Let's have a little look. See. It's got 8 minutes, 7 minutes. Okay, so if I can get that working, then I might play that on stream. We'll see how it goes. It was yes. Batman versus Superman. I know it was a while ago. Do you see him making another one? Nah. The Zack Snyder universe, like, you're going to get Zack Snyder's movies 1 and 2, and that's it. You won't get any more. And to be honest, I think that's a good thing. I think there's so much drama and negativity around Zack Snyder's world that I think you just can't do it. I plugged my Ethernet cable in, so hopefully it should make it faster. Also, guys, how does my audio and how does my camera quality look? Hopefully it's fine. I've got my microphone plugged in. Camera should be better now. This is all the makings of, you know, a much better setup. Arkham Asylum and City will always be great. Hulk versus Juggernaut. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks, Tristan. Thanks, Crow. Cheers. Appreciate that. That's good. All right. Well, I've got the file downloading, so I'll see what happens. If it works, then I'll play it on stream. If not, then I'll play Injustice or something. It's 720p. It's HD. It's clear. Boom. The thing is, this is actually, I can shoot 4K on this, but I need to change settings and stuff. And I need a better ring light. Like, if it's daytime, I would look crisp as hell, but it's not. But it's all right. You get the full kind of Chosen One Jacob experience. Time that perfectly. Time that perfectly. Okay, so and yeah, also I saw something above Call of Duty, Fortnite. Yeah, I'm not really feeling like playing Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in ages. I can't with that game. The amount of grinding it takes to do anything, and then the cost of the skins, it's just ridiculous. Oh, the Batmobile scene. Now that's incredible. The minute I said it yesterday, the Batmobile in the Batman is literally like Dom's Dodge Charger combined with Kit from Knight Rider combined with the classic Batmobile. It's like the three of them in one. It's like a hybrid of all three. It's so sick. I love it. Honestly, the moment that blast through the speakers. Oh! How is your cat? Oh, she's just over here. She might just be at the door. Oh. Yeah, she's just at the door. There you go. Say hello to the people, kitty. Say hello. You will subscribe to the channel. You will subscribe to the channel. Use the Force. The Walking Dead must end. It's gone on long enough. Credits will do fine. No, they won't. Credits will do fine. Say hello to the people, cat. Say hello to the people. No? Oh, let's put you back. There you go, she's happy. That's my way of rewarding the people who stay for the end. You get the end credit end credit scenes, basically. It's on HBO Max. What's on HBO Max? Oh, what's your nitpicks for Batman movie? I don't really have any. Like I think if I had nitpicks, I would have to really look. Mostly, I think it's fine. You know, I don't really have any issues with it. Misty is cute. Oh, the cinema surround sound, and this is why movies are designed for the cinema. They're not designed for this. The cinema. Can you imagine that scene playing and you're watching Batman on this? Ugh, hell no. Yeesh. Ugh. Right, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Force Combat downloaded. Okay, let's check it out. If it works and I can play it on stream, then we'll see. And then I might load up a separate stream just to keep it, you know. Right. Okay, I'm just going to test it out. I'm praying this way. 203 items. Damn. It might take a minute or so. Damn. Sheesh. It might take a minute or so. Let me just read through the chat. I love that one scene when Batman went ham on that dude in the final. Dude, when he injects himself with that stuff, and King said it yesterday that he thinks it might be from the Lazarus Pit, and I said that I think it's Bane's. It's basically Bane's venom, but it could be both. They might change the origin, but when he injects that into himself, he literally wakes up like the Undertaker on steroids, like, and then goes all in. Even Catwoman was like, "Yo, you need to chill." Like, she was like, "Whoa, you're gonna take that dude's head off." Like, Bruce went Brooks on that guy. Well, since it's DCE related, yeah, I'm worried. It's probably going to suck. But Sholo will be amazing. Sholo will absolutely kill it. The story we'll have to prepare ourselves. Like, sorry guys, you're going to have to prepare yourselves for the movie to suck. But Sholo will probably nail it. Not probably. Sholo will, of course, nail it. Yeah, I suppose that's one thing I have is that the movie did drag at some points. There was some stuff they could have probably cut out. But by and large, I really enjoyed myself. Really enjoyed myself. Had a great time. Right. I got the application. Let me... Hang on. 1 second. I need to... Hang on. Let me just try one thing quickly because I've got this thing on my computer that's not going to let me play it. Give me a minute, team. Give me a minute. Run anyway. Let's see what it says. If it works... Right, let me see. If it works... Now, I have no idea if this is going to cut something off. Just give me a minute. I'm just seeing if it works. If it works... Let's see. Okay, apparently it didn't work. Yeah, Scream 5 did it as well. Cringe Indian movie scenes. You'd be flying and dying. Flying. I know Indian movies are flipping hilarious. Exactly. They called out those basement dwellers. Quite literally. They were like, "Hey, yo, you guys need to chill. Like, because you're getting way too much out here." Right, I'm going to try and run the game again. Reinstalling the program. Oh, for Christ's sake. Ugh. Right, okay, guys. I think I'm going to... No, actually, because I need to see if it... works properly. 1 second. I think I might have clicked the wrong thing. Come on. 1 sec. Load up, you. Trying to get these games to work is a bloody chore. There you go. You're watching Jacob at work, people. Enjoy it. Right, where are we at? Oh, fuck, I know what I've done. Let me try and... Hang on. Let me see. All right, let's have a little look-see. If I can get this working, I think I might have got it working. Just bear with me. If not, then I'll just play Injustice 2. Nah, okay. I think I'll just play Injustice 2. It's really bothering me now. I don't know why it ain't working. All right, play. Let's try again. Come on. Maybe it's too much for the computer to handle. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to end this Chosen live now, and I'm going to fire up either Injustice or, if I can get this game working, this. You'll see me literally in probably 5 minutes. Thank you all for tuning into Chosen Live number 49. Chosen Live number 50 is next. And for it being the 50th, I'm going to be talking about Kenobi. I'm going to be talking about my thoughts and all that kind of jazz and all that greatness. So to those who have been here, thank you. Moises, I really appreciate you for your donations. Abbas, you're the GOAT. Natalie, you're the GOAT. Lisa, you're the GOAT. Tristan, you're the GOAT. Darius, you're the GOAT. CVO, you're a GOAT too. AR, bro from up north. Curious Crow, shout out to you. Who else? I'm hoping I haven't missed anyone. King, you're amazing. Cobra Kai World, you're a badass dude. Gaming streams of return. Yep. End the stream now. 21st Century Logic. Shout out to you too. Peace. All right, guys. I will see you all in another Chosen Live very soon. I'll have a game literally ready, like probably in 5 seconds after finishing this. So, do I think Venom will be introduced in the MCU? In a way. I'll probably explain more in the gaming stream in a bit. But guys and girls, take care of yourselves. And I really need some kind of ending line, like an ending video.
On guard!
I just find that funny from Hawkeye when he's like, "On guard!" Everyone, take care of yourselves. May the force be with you. And you are the best around.